Welcome to another London Scottie radio interview. We are coming to you live from the Discover Dogs event in October 2017 here at the awesomely big XL London. And I'm joined by STECS Welfare Officer Cath Marchbank. First of all, a big hello to you.
Hello, George. Thank you for doing this interview.
It's a pleasure. Tell us, first of all, if you may, you've got a little pen here, about the size of about 4 phone boxes in width. And you've got several dogs and several people. It's always a bit claustrophobic, but I know everyone's got pretty much the same sort of space. They're smaller dogs than Labradors, but is it proving to be a bit of a hard go at the moment?
It is, because it's so busy today. This event is much busier than last year. But I'm saying that last year, like this year, has been non-stop since the doors opened at 10 o'clock. We've done nothing but chat to people. We pick the dogs up so people can stroke them, feel them. Our arms start to ache before I sometimes think I should have had an extra Weetabix this morning. But it's just so good that there's so many people interested about dogs. More people are wanting to adopt dogs rather than go out and buy new puppies, which is good news for us.
I'll have to find out whether this interview is being sponsored by Weetabix, but we'll come to that later. So you've got 1, 2, 3, is it 3 dogs in here?
Yeah, we brought 3 Scotties with us today. All these Scotties are what we adopted ourselves through the rescue scheme, mainly because we know the dogs, we know that they're happy to be handled, so hopefully nobody's going to get bitten this time. The thing is, when we fetch a new dog into rescue, they can be a little bit unpredictable. This environment would be so frightening for them, so it's not a good idea to fetch a dog down that's looking for a home. So hence, these are all tried and tested dogs. They've been to this event now for about the past 4 years.
Right, okay. And so basically it's not a pet shop. You can't come along and say, please, can you part with this dog? Can we have them?
No, we might be tempted with your little golden oldie there, Marge. Get your chequebook out, 3 million, Steve might be happy. No, seriously, we wouldn't part with her. We adopted Marge 2005. She was an ex-breeding puppy farm bitch. She was probably about 5 years old when we took her in, so that's, she's a good 15 years old now. She doesn't walk very well because she's got deformed front legs. She's very long in the body for a Scottie, but she's just such a genuine character. She loves people, she loves children. And everybody, when they come to the house to pick up a rescue dog, they always see Marge and they think, I want to take that dog home. They really do, fall in love with her. So Marge, she's a good mascot for STECS. She's been to Crufts as well as Discover Dogs. She's also been to Barnes Castle last year and down to Wales to the Burns dog food event. We've also brought Robbie, who came to this event last year. He's a young dog. About 3 months ago, he's totally unrecognisable now. 3 months ago he had no hair. He looked more or less like a Chinese crested dog. From the shoulder back, totally hairless. He went onto a new drug, Cyclovance, which has definitely helped his skin problem, and such a different dog from this time last year and from 3 months ago. And we've also got Oliver, who's best part of 14 years old. He's quite happily being cuddled there by Susie.
Susie from STECS and London Scottie Club.
That's
right,
it,
she's one of our members.
She is a good ambassador for our society. With Oliver, he has a problem where he wobbles. He looks like he's drunk. He has.
I saw this on the ground earlier. Yes.
That's it. He has a brain issue. He was born with it. It's CA, and the joints don't get the signals from the brain quick enough, so he looks like he's drunk all the time. But it doesn't stop him jumping on the settee. It doesn't stop him doing anything in life. He's not in pain, and dogs with this problem always tend to get to a good age. So he's about 14. So
is it quite a rare condition, CA?
It is a rare condition, but it is more prone in Scotties. I think one of the main reasons is when the dogs are being born, they actually get a lack of oxygen. They get stuck in the birthing channel because of the long pointed nose of the Scottie and the high forehead. The bitches, when they self-whelp, do struggle, and this could be one reason. It could also be genetic as well with them. But his little brother, who came into rescue at the same time, he didn't have this problem. He was fine, but unfortunately Jill and Paul lost him about 18 months ago due to liver cancer. So.
Now, with regard to Oliver here, did I just see a tear come from his eye? I saw a little droplet of water literally come down the side of his eye.
Oh,
Do you know, that was such an emotional moment, folks. I can't convey it in words in an audio recording, but that was something I didn't expect. Totally unpredictable moment there. But let's just see the moisture from the side of his eye. He definitely had a little tear drop down. He probably knows what we're talking about. He's becoming a bit self-conscious. So with Oliver here, presumably as he's a rescue dog, he's 14 years old, just working the maths back. If he's had this condition since childhood or since his birth, then presumably whoever owned the dog previously was aware of this situation and tried to look after him. Do you know what the story was?
With Oliver and his brother, who was called OJ, they came in as actually cruelty cases by the RSPCA. The dogs were actually kept in squalid conditions by a dog hoarder up in Cumbria. It was a big issue which was in the press. It was a place called Silverdale, just outside the Lake District.
Right, so we can name this. This is right.
These dogs came out of the house. There must have been about 45 dogs in there. The photographs, absolutely awful conditions. Wire cages on top of one another, full of excrement. Dogs had water withheld. Just absolute horrid, squalid conditions. The RSPCA took the dogs in, and they had to keep them as a ward of court. It was probably about 10 months before the cases came. These were only young puppies when they actually went into the RSPCA. We got them out of there. We worked closely with the RSPCA and we took them on. The dogs were about 18 months old when we took them, which was back in, I think, 2005, if memory serves me right. Two litter brothers, Oliver and OJ. OJ was very good as a flyball dog, did agility. Jill and Paul worked very well with them, and I'm sure Oliver would have loved to do that, but his condition is CA just held him back a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. And so all three dogs here, all looked after, apart from a £3 million cheque. You won't accept a. Can I do 299?
No.
Okay.
The dogs are absolutely adored.
They are.
We're all volunteers for STECS.
Of course.
Jill and Paul, I met them. They came to a garden party. They were actually looking for a Scottie, and they said, perhaps we can't take a Scottie on because we actually work all day. But we are, they were real dog lovers. They've just lost two old dogs, and I said, there's nothing stopping you having a dog as long as you can get somebody to walk them at the lunchtime. And Jill and Paul actually took them on and actually put them in doggy daycare, costing more than what it cost to put children in nursery. But they took the dogs on with that, and the dogs loved that attention that they had during the day. And then Jill and Paul, as soon as they picked them up on the way home from work, had the dogs with them all evening, all weekend, and as I say, got OJ up to a good agility dog.
Now there's a lot of dogs here, there's obviously a lot of people here. I guess a lot of that converts into interest, so you've had a lot of people coming to the stand.
Definitely, people who've had Scotties in the past looking for another Scottie, people who just, genuine interest in dogs, and with Scotties, people say, oh, they're so cute, such an iconic shape of dog. So we always get lots of attention at these events.
And in terms of the sort of supply and demand at the moment, are you finding that demand is outstripping supply?
It is at the moment. We do have a lot of people on the waiting list.
Yeah.
Some of those people, unfortunately, will be waiting an awful long time because it's such a specific requirement that they're looking for, i.e. that they need to have a female dog and they want something that's under 2 years old. And it's quite rare. We do get female dogs in, but it's very rare that we get one under 2. We get a lot of boys in around about the 18-month age bracket, but if for whatever reason they won't take a boy, then they're still waiting for the girls to come in. And also, if they've got young children in the house and the dogs won't get on with young children, there's lots of different elements that have got to be weighed up when we're trying to place the dog in the right home. Because what we like to do is to get the match on paper, then introduce the people and the dogs together. If the people have got another dog in the house, we're going to make sure those dogs are going to gel before the adoption process can go ahead. What we do is work with the people. If we do take a dog on, we work with the people. If for any reason the dog's not settling or the people aren't happy with the dog must always come back to STECS.
And there's a lot of factors that you therefore have to work through before you're satisfied that this is the right home for that dog.
Oh, definitely. We like to make sure that the people understand the breed. Most people who come in for a Scottie, they've had a Scottie before, so they do know what the terriers are like, little terrorists at times. But it's also making sure that the people have got the time for the dog, that they've got a safe environment to keep the dog in. So once we've passed all those procedures of the home check, we can then start the process of matching the right dog to the right family.
Now, you painted a picture there, a profile of somebody who wants a young female dog, a bitch, 2 years of age. When you hear requests like that, which are very specific indeed, do you ever get suspicious?
Sometimes, because the people are thinking, let's get the dog, we want to make money out of it. For some people it is a genuine requirement in the fact that they've only ever had a female dog, they've never had a male dog. And some people are so specific and they don't want to breed off it, they're quite happy that the dog is spayed. The main suspicion is when we tell the people on the phone, oh yes, we got a dog but it's spayed, and the phone goes quiet, the line goes dead basically, and we know then that the people definitely wanting the dog for breeding from.
Okay. Oh, thank you for that, Bart. Well, thank you very much, Cath Marchbank from STECS, for joining us for the interview. This is George Matlock for London Scottie Radio, XL London.